Okay. So once you have completed the model, you draw or make the model, 3D model in full scale. Now, you're going to print this, 3D print this. So to 3D print it, you need to know the limitation of your printer. Now, you also want to print it so that it will not require too much support. Like you cannot send this here to the printer because it will need support from the ground up to that roof level. So that's a lot of support needed, which is wasted. So what you want to do is, number one, you want to design it, which we did, so that they are modeled in parts, and then we can rotate it right side up so that it doesn't need support. Now, our printer has a limitation of 5" by 5" by 5", which this box right here represents. So if you know that, then you can scale it down, rotate it, prepare it in a 5" by 5" box so that you can export it ready for printing. Now, but how do you scale this? Let's say your professor, studio professor, requires you to print this at scale 1/4:1. At 1/4:1, your model will be based on the drawing requirement is 8 feet high. So if an 8 feet high wall printed or drawn at scale 1/4:1 will only be 2" high. Okay? So you do the model in full scale. So this is 8 feet. But now you want to scale it down so that this is only 2" high. So what I do is I'm going to make a copy of this. Always maintain a copy. So I'm going to make a copy of that. And then I'm going to scale this SC. Okay. It asks for the base point. So let's say this is my base point. And then I'm going to type R for reference. My reference length is 8 feet. That's the height of the wall. 8 feet. Enter. And the new length is 2". Okay. So now this scaled 3D model is going to be printed at scale 1/4:1. And I know that because if I look at the or check the height of the wall, DI, distance from here to there, I get the 2" dimension. Okay? So that's how I would do it. Now for metric, let's just say this is 3 meters. To print this at scale 1/4:1, 1:100, then I would have to scale it down to so 3 meters. There is 10 millimeters per 1 meter. That means I have to scale it down to 30 millimeters. So if this was 3,000 for metric, 3,000 millimeter, I'll scale it down to 30 millimeter. And that's my 1:100. After that, I will need to rotate these parts to the orientation I want it printed in. So, like so. Okay. So, I'll be rotating these parts to the rotation or orientation I want it to be printed. And once I do that, then I can arrange it so that it fits my 5 by 5 platform. Okay? With a 5" high limitation. So I need to make certain that it fits in that 5 by 5 by 5 area. Okay, so I can still add here if I need to. And once I've done that, I'm going to save this file, save as ready to print. So this will be to print, okay, or to send to the printer. I'm going to save it as a different file name, save, and then I will delete everything else. Okay, delete everything that I do not need. Okay, delete these lines right here. Okay, we don't need those. Only maintain what you want to print. Delete everything. Remember, we saved the file, so I can delete all of this. You don't want to send that to the printer, so delete all of those. So nothing is there except for your model ready to print. Okay, I would even move all of this from here to 0, 0, 0, which is the origin point, and then save, and then export this to another format. The format that you want to send this to is called lithography or STL. So you select STL, okay, name it for printing, add your name so we know who that print file belongs to, and then you save it. Once you have done that, you select the objects you want to print, enter, and it gets exported. And then you email the files, the DWG, this file here, and the STL file to the printer. Okay, so that's how you prepare for printing.